2:30. We can preview some of those now. Dave, one of the more exciting games today at the 3 o'clock kickoff is Leicester City versus Manchester City.
Looking forward to this one, lads.
Yeah. Now the starting lineup for Man City looks exactly like this. Gabriel Jesus starts in the middle.
So that's a one-on-one opportunity.
If you guys do want to bet along with this, there's going to be a red card in this game. I don't think that's a terrible idea. Go there.
Yeah.
And then Morata comes over deep, and then the ball goes from there through. And Dave, what is that? Is that goal time?
I think that would be
goal time.
It's goal time, yeah. Only when he's rounded the keeper, then you can officially say it's goal time.
Yes.
You've seen that?
Out wide, he's playing centrally.
You got the average positions though, Dave.
We do actually.
Thank you, Dave.
We'll find those right now.
Dave, average positions is actually quite good to assess at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I asked for it, mate.
So those are the average positions.
So what you can kind of see on this left-hand side is they're trying to be really compact on the left wing.
Right.
But what's quite interesting is it's not set up like that. It's more of a 4-5-1. So what that means is there's a good job.
He could be interrupting what is a great run of games for Man City at the moment. If we go to, I think in the standings, we can see the recent form as well. So we can see the recent form of, there you go, Man City. All wins, 18 points out of the last 6 games. And we expected that they might have that disrupted today. Still 0-0, but they do look like the more dangerous.
Liverpool. We had he scored in the Champions League as well. And how many has he got in total?
9.
He's got 9 in all.
9 in Premier League.
He's got 14
or
9 in.
When he was at Chelsea, who was his manager?
Against Huddersfield at home, Wilson getting both those goals. Dave, you identified that earlier on in the day. There's something that was going to be really key. If we look at the average positions of where the if we go to the average positions, we're going to look at where the likes of Wilson's played today. Look at that.
So I think you can kind of see just by the looking at the Bournemouth shape is that the rest of the team are quite deep. And there is these 2 players that are an outlet centrally going forward. I think that's what we've mentioned, that Wilson would be an absolute threat getting in behind. And if we take a look, it's a heat map. I reckon there won't be much colour apart from being in that penalty area really for. They've done some good defensive work as well. Then to be quite honest, and let's take a look at his goals. Imagine they could be inside the penalty area. Two finishes. So again, that's how you can catch out. This Huddersfield team is sitting a little bit deep and breaking what United didn't do when they played them, but what some teams like Liverpool caught them out with the pace in behind.
Any bets for you on the Bournemouth game? Bournemouth Huddersfield?
I've gone multiple accumulator
away from home.
Rafa Benitez is just going to really piss all over Mourinho's
Play
bonfire.
Mitrovic, man, please.
He'd love that, wouldn't he?
Give him like 10 minutes.
Big question for you. Who would you like to see?
The general opinion, though, is what I mean. Like the general opinion was, for that money, was he as good as what we thought?
I think that's for people that don't watch United.
Or Lejeune, I think Clark and Lascelles were forming a really good partnership, but we'd spent that much money on Lejeune that we had to play him.
Marika Johnson. Fuck it.
No, that was Stan Collins.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's
Go on.
chance.
Yeah.
All right. Newcastle have actually started pretty confidently.
They have.
It's weird.
Getting good now on the kickoff. Join us on Twitter, hashtag the kickoff. You can see that at the
Yeah.
bottom of the screen.
Tweet us, hashtag the kickoff. Like the video as well, if you haven't already.
Does that help?
Yeah, just nice that people, if you like it, just like it, isn't it? Because the live stream, it's different because people mainly watch when it is live, do you know what I mean? It's not like...
But it stays online, right?
Yeah, it does, yeah, mate, yeah.
And does it count accumulated views? How does it work?
Yeah, the numbers rack up from how many times people click on it, basically.
My heart says 2-1 Newcastle, but my head says 7-1 loss.
Yeah, Rashford worries the fuck out of me as well. I love it when he runs at people.
Thanks, mate.
Not today, though.
This has been delivered for you from the gallery. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's a bit stupid, isn't it? Oh god.
Bit stupid. Zones, they're attacking more down the right wing. I can show you that here, Dave.
And I think that
Bam.
this
32%.
I think this kind of shows like where again stats aren't that helpful because actually for me been quite poor in the first half. Yeah, he's won his tackles.
We just watched Chelsea beat Watford 4-2.
Yeah, speaking of getting action.
Well, you know what? Watford didn't get battered though, did they? Dave?
No.
You thought they played better than Chelsea.
Yeah, I thought they played well, especially in that first half. I think they've set up in it.
My guys are playing.
Bouncing back. And today we're going to really be focusing on the top 6 as well.
Yeah.
Especially, lads.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the top 6 looks like. I mean,
So you don't think that Man City are just going to edge it? You think if they win, it's an embarrassment?
Have we edged any games this year? I don't think they have.
They don't really edge much.
Can you edge a game 5-0?
Yeah.
How many goals have they scored this year?
West Brom, did they? What do you reckon?
Well, the food comes in. I know you don't want to say it, Theo, and I know
I don't
essentially
want to
Housen
say
doesn't want to
it.
say
I do
it
think
either.
City are going to win.
say it.
Gene,
So,
what are you going for?
DeLorean. Great Scott.
So I think the thing with Ashley Young,
Feature me.
the tactic for Manchester, just let me
Losing
speak.
a ball
let
in
me,
his own
let me
third,
speak. Let
losing
me
a
speak.
ball in midfield, I think is something that we really need.
Looking at some of the games to come up for Manchester United here, let's see what they've got. Obviously, their record so far has been pretty good recently, apart from against Huddersfield. That was sort of a weird patch. Next, they play Newcastle. That's actually going to be a real tactical challenge. Playing Rafa, who's definitely going to sit deep, look to break.
Bournemouth had a lot of chances yesterday against them. I think the big thing with United is, at the start of the season, if you'd said, right, okay, in these games at the start, you picked up the wins, just drawn with Stoke in a way, that's the only sort of bad result. You'd said, beat Tottenham at home, that's got to happen. Draw away with Liverpool, that's fine. Draw away with Chelsea, that's okay. The only issue with the form with Manchester United is because City are so dominant already, that it's sort of saying like, oh, United have got to do this, have got to do that. But if you think of it in terms of isolation of, a point away at Anfield, a point away at Stamford Bridge, considering United's record in both of those grounds has been relatively poor over the last few seasons, it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's fine.
Obviously, we see here Man City have had the most goals scored in the league. They're 14 ahead of Manchester United. Only 7 conceded for them.
Yeah, well, we're in second, but
Yeah.
it feels like people are hammering us for it, isn't it?
Yeah, Manchester United haven't had an awful lot of attempts, though, have they? I mean, they come 6th in terms of attempts in the league. Do you think they need someone like Zlatan back in terms of getting that team a little bit further up the pitch? Do you think that sort of experience will change the way they play?
No, I think Lukaku's been clinical enough, to be quite honest, and you can see from United's conversion amount of goals, second most goals, but then they've had 40 odd shots less than City. I think in this game the bad thing with Manchester United is they're not creating chances. It's currently 9-1 to Chelsea in chances created, so it's sort of showing the balance of play. Cesc Fabregas, with 5 chances created already, he's having a great game in terms of drifting around.
I think what Zlatan's going to bring back when he comes back is that leadership. You're not seeing Zlatan in a changing room at Huddersfield when you're losing 2-0.
And that's the big thing. If you're playing as a left striker in this system,
So,
against the back three,
What was he
he's
doing
your
here
man.
then?
He's
Marking
not there,
jack
is he?
shit.
He's got Zap da Costa.
No, it wasn't though, because when they scored, he was like talking to this bird down here, and he was just standing here doing jack shit while Azpilicueta was throwing
This is
balls
building
in.
analysis on your agenda against Ashley Young, not actually thinking about what's happening.
It is a bit presumptive bias. Come on here, Housen. I mean, I know Kitty's got teeth, but come on. Morata, they got the ball in there.
Yeah,
he should have been back on him.
Smalling and Bailly
Bailly
have both got to do better with that one. I'm not sure you can say Rashford's tracking all the way into his own third, though.
No, but that's not the problem. Whether it's Rashford or it's Henrik Mkhitaryan, it's one of these front three players that's got to deal with that. It's not to do with any of these guys. Yes, positionally poor, but the big thing is stopping that happen. Stopping it at source.
Jose Mourinho
Big fella's
calls
coming
back Fellaini.
He's the only guy that can say
Marwan.
that.
Big man.
Marwan. If you're watching the stream and you're liking it, hit the like button.
And also
subscribe.
And also tweet
Click
hashtag
subscribe.
Marwan.
Hashtag Marwan.
MAOAM. Marwan. Marwan. One of my favourite sweets back in the day.
Mawam,
Yeah.
still around.
Marwan.
They used to
Pass is just really frustrating. Really frustrating.
I'd be interested also to see Azpilicueta's heat map in this game, see whereabouts he was. I don't know how well this is going to be mapped, but you can see there.
Yeah, again,
Obviously going in this direction.
That's
you
just
can see
whipping the balls in.
That's really where he's trying to get into
where
here,
where
to get
he's,
the ball
yeah,
into
where
here.
he's playing the passes from. I
Yeah.
think that's the bonus of Chelsea playing Cesar Azpilicueta as a centre back, not a wing back, is that you get his ability on the ball, and that's what Chelsea have missed in recent weeks is Cesar Azpilicueta's control, because he hasn't trusted Zap da Costa, which is a bit of a weird one considering he signed them and so forth.
Guys, there's a penalty covering a number of other Manchester United, Man City. We haven't even spoken about Liverpool today. We haven't even really gotten into what's wrong with Arsenal. But it's been good to have you guys.